Good evening, everybody. Fluffybunny here, and welcome to another stream with the devs. This is part two of a duel between Boldus and Hazard brings axe. We are ready to go. I believe our competitors are all pumped up and eager for the off. So yeah, I think we're just going to get started. Let me just sort out my windows here. There we go. Right, so yeah, what have we got? We're on turn 44, so this is a game that we started last week. We have got Boldus is playing Persia in the red. He is facing off Hazard playing the Huetzi in the brown, I guess you'd call that, yes. Yeah, both teams are on 6 cities, both have got similar strength, but Hazard is primitive, he's fallen behind on tech. He only had one law active, centralization, as opposed to Persia's exploration, slavery, and serfdom. That's a pretty good advantage for Persia there. It looks like Hazard's army consists mainly of steppe riders. You can see 3 at the front lines here. He did just lose a scout this turn to Persia. What else we got? We've got militia back here. Is that it? That the entire? Oh no, we've got some more folks down here. So we've got an axe as well, plus 2 steps. So I don't think Hazard has steel yet. No, he doesn't. So that must have been a free axe from an event. So that's definitely helpful for him. Whereas if we go and have a look at Persia's army, so we've got what 3 slingers out on the front here. We've got another slinger and a warrior back a little bit. Yeah, so mainly slingers with 1 warrior. Fairly ranged heavy for both sides, so fighting in the forest could be interesting. Although, of course, these steppe riders are quite weak. Base 3 strength, and it looks like we've got an upset family as well. So we're sitting at 2.8 strength on these guys without modifiers. So that is not where you really want to be, even in forest. They're going to be doing quite a lot of damage, these slingers, I would imagine. Yes, that's commenting that his scout just got killed. Well, that is what happens when you leave your scout exposed in multiplayer duels. No mercy, generally speaking. Yeah, rely on it, certainly. Anyway, let's switch back to Hazard. It is his turn. We've just switched to tight turn style. The first half was played in simultaneous, but we are now on tight turn based. So yeah, see if some action happens here. What's the status with the Huns? Suppose you've just gone to war with the Huns, yeah, and cleared this site. There are 2 Hunnic sites left, and Hazard is at truce with them. Other than the 2 Huns, I think there's 1 Numidian site on this island, the Palmer Island down here. Otherwise, everywhere else has been settled. Looks like Persia are already working on biremes. Whereas I don't suppose, yeah, we don't even have a labour force in Huatzi, so that's probably going to be an issue, the lack of tech. Yeah, we've got this barbarian camp. We ought to be able to clear that. Ooh, just clear that before it spawns. It's not that safe, really, but yeah, we've certainly got the damage for it. So I imagine we'll see that happening. Don't know if there's a settler coming. There's a 5-turn settler in Bazira, which I guess is I've got to come all the way down here, or he's got to come and clear another Hun site. So we'll see what he chooses to do. I assume clearing the barbarian site is probably the play here. We might. I don't think Hazard's going to really contest this Hun site. I assume Persia's going to clear this one. Be interesting to see what happens in the central one. Either player goes for it. To be honest, they might just both leave it, because they have a front line now, so they can't really afford to leave that unguarded completely. Yeah, we shall see. So it doesn't look like Hazard has moved as yet. Hopefully he is still in game. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he is here. So maybe just thinking about what he's going to do. I believe we are turning the timer on the next turn, but yeah, we're going to be playing with a timer on after this. A good bit of road networking coming out of Persia. Let's just switch over to Persia and have a look at their roads. So yeah, the connection, they've got Aspadana connected with this lovely little road up here. In a great position. They're already connected to this lake. It's a shame they don't have borders over the this side of the lake, so they can't just shoot over it. But probably wouldn't be too hard to do. We don't have, I believe, well, we do have serfdom active, right? So we don't have the chance to go for colonies. Yeah, we don't really have the civics to swap too much, but potentially we could see some colony tile going. I imagine probably not at this point, but we got the road network. Imagine we'll see more of a road coming up to connect this. He only needs another 4 roads to connect these 2 cities once he cleared the Huns out of there, and we're working on a settler in Persia. I don't see one. No, so no immediate plans. That's settling. I guess Persia's just happy to have settled Aspadana. That only got settled, I believe, last turn. Yeah, we're 1 turn into a worker build. That's the first thing it's done. So, yes, what else can we have a look at? Let's have a look at the tech trees while we're waiting for players to sort themselves out. So, this is Persia. Yes, Persia has aristocracy targeted. That's where they want to go. That's the only tech they do have targeted. We have navigation up already. We don't have any 2nd level units. I imagine steel or phalanx. We're working on phalanx right now. So yeah, spear's going to be coming up soon. That's going to absolutely rip through these step riders if the slingers weren't going to do that already, which frankly they are. But yeah, spears are going to devastate this. So Persia's going to be in a very strong position soon. Yeah, Hazard really needs to get steel. Would be good. He's working on polished. Not quite sure why. He had the choice of steel, order armor, or rhetoric. Frankly, all I would have thought better choices than polished at this point. Wonder what Hazard is thinking. He doesn't have anything tagged in this tree. It's not like he's beelining for land consolidation, or at least not as far as we can see. Are there any good land consolidation resources for him to pick up? Let's have a look. In fact, we can use the map search, I suppose, now. Let's show this off. So in case you don't know, this is a feature that was added in the update last night. The little magnifying glass on the top of the mini map here. You click that, you can search for cities, units, resources, or improvements. We search for all resources. Let's see, what has Hazard got in his territory? Got some spices here, but that looks like the only... Oh no, we've got incense and a lavender as well. And there's lavender just outside of territory here. The 3 grove resources in territory. If we just look at our own territory as well. Yeah, that's including that lavender. Some silk way at the top of the map. Honey over here. Yeah, so there's a few. So he's got a few, and he could get a few more potentially in his borders. But I'm not sure how useful that will be. We'll see. We have been spending orders. I have not been following what he's doing. So he is working on clearing this barb site, which he will do next turn, no problem. What else has he been spending orders on? This was all started last turn. We've got a farm started this turn here. No movement on these step riders. They're looking a little bit vulnerable. I would be a little bit worried if it was me that Persia could quite happily come in here and start causing some trouble. I mean, I guess they probably won't until they've cleared the Huns, but I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit of a risky position to be leaving your step riders in. Of course, he does have 2 orders left. No, he's just spent them. Doing what? What has he been up to there? Is he clearing forest with his worker, maybe? No, we've started barracks and barracks. Okay, so we've identified that we need to get some more military units up soon. We do have access to build chariots, which is going to be nice were it not for the fact that the opponent is about to get spears. So chariots are going to get locked down pretty hard. Yeah, steel would be really nice. Of course, Hazard doesn't know that Persia is taking spears and will have them soon. But you might think that's a reasonable thing for them to be doing, given the preponderance of step riders around. Alright, we have Queen Consort ambitions. Increase culture level 4 times. This is one of the new ambitions from the Emperors of the Indus DLC. How doable is that? Increase culture level 4 times. It's going to take quite a long time at the moment. It's not very quickly doable. I mean, it has the advantage of it's probably going to happen eventually anyway. You might need to put a little bit of effort into it, but it's Probably something you want to do. Wiping a Hun off the board there with 3 slingers. We have got a Rising Star General. Okay. Exciting. Alrighty, what else is happening? Got a quarry coming down and a barracks, so both sides building barracks. Huns presumably are going to be looking to do some damage to Persia, but it doesn't look like they're really in a position to do anything, frankly. Especially not to the slingers in the forest, which they are doing 1 damage to. So yeah. Huns can be very scary. They start organised, which means they're much cleverer than normal tribes. They coordinate and they work together, and they're generally a bit of a menace. But like most competitive multiplayer games, the tribe level is set to normal rather than being raging. So tribes are definitely a lot less scary. They did cause a few problems for Persia early, slowed down his expansion a reasonable amount, but they're definitely tamed now, and I don't see them causing too much of an issue now for the rest of this match, with only 2 sites and not too many units. Can die very quickly if they do choose to attack. I think the scouts move here. I wonder why. I would have thought he would want to leave his scout. He is, of course, a schemer, so that scout is permanently invisible, so he doesn't need to worry about that being spotted. That's certainly something. We've got a diligent clerk. We could stockpile money, civics, or to get some discipline. I wouldn't have thought either of these is anything Hazard wants to do at this point, so probably just getting some discipline would make a lot of sense. Are we clearing down here? Not yet. The an order being spent. I wonder what that is on. Clear at the moment. Some missions. Oh, we're running a Marry Courtier mission. I guess that's what we were spending orders on. Okay. The Governor of Class A. That's A, possibly. 7 wisdom. Yeah, she's going to make a nice wife, that's for sure. That's going to be some more science. It's a bit of a shame she's upset, but I guess there'll be an opinion boost when she becomes the wife, and he can always influence her afterwards. That will be a pretty decent science boost indeed. And yeah, we're clearing this. We don't get anything clearing the camp. We do. We could have a settler if we had colonies, but we don't. So what did we take? The governor. Oh, the governor he's about to marry has just become endeared. That's fantastic. That's a nice bit of time. Immediately more science, and then when she becomes the wife, she will be given even more science. Love to see it. Very nice. Yeah, we haven't made a decision on Diligent Clark yet. The king's become stressed, which is slightly unfortunate, but no longer proud, so that's something at least. We can probably get rid of stress. Yeah, economy's not looking too hot. We're losing 35 money a turn, and we don't have great resource income. Iron's okay, everything else is pretty borderline, frankly. Yeah. We'll compare that to Persia when we swap over to their turn. With the timer is on, so there's 40 seconds left. Hazard has managed to squeak another point. He's got his 2nd developing city this turn. And I guess maybe that was the culture event and that made her endeared. No, I think that was the clearing the site. Warmongers. I'm not sure I guess the Diligent Clark. Right, Diligent Clark is the culture event, yes. He is not chosen and really must. Oh, we actually used some timer extension here. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got a step rider moving forwards, or perhaps. What the heck is going on here? So he's moved a step rider massively forwards next to the Huns. That looks like it's inviting death. I mean, Persia can so easily kill that. It's not even funny. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe just to get some scouting. I don't guess he didn't have vision of what was going on over here, so I wanted to see what was going on. Of course, he has lost his scout, so that's not ideal. Let's bot. Okay. Alrighty, so we are back to Persia. Persia can't see this step rider, so he can now. Yeah, That step rider is surely dead. He only needs 2 slingers to kill it. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do that at this point, unless you desperately need the orders for something else. I think they do. Yeah, there we go. 1 dead rider. Okay. Yep, not quite sure what Hazard was thinking there. I guess he was just using him as a scout, and maybe just not too worried about losing a free strength unit. But yeah, a bit of a throwaway. We have got a 4-turn settler coming out of Pyrite. Wow, that's some great grove coming here. Under city with 2 camps, makes sense. Yeah, so that settler is going to be able to immediately settle this camp. I'm pretty sure this will be cleared in 4 turns, even though we are spawning a new Hunnic unit in 1 turn. Easily killing 1 unit a turn, so that is not going to be a problem for Persia at all. What else? What else? We've got pasture coming online, we've got another slinger coming up, and a warrior. So yeah, we're going to have 4 slingers and a warrior on the field, which is not quite the entire army, because we have another slinger at Parza, not quite enough orders to move that yet, but you know, soon perhaps. We've got a promotion. We've got a ranger promotion. Yeah. No chance whatsoever of Hazard pushing into Persia at the moment. I think he's very much going to have to be on the defensive here. We've got Hindu descent as well. That's unfortunate. It's not what you want. Science rate has gone up quite nicely thanks to his wife. Yeah, who is now giving 9 science turn, 9.4 in fact, which is nearly a third of his science rate. Not too shabby at all. What else have we got going on? Someone's become a rising star. 2nd rising star? Well, I guess maybe you already had one. I can't remember what was going on there. Yeah, so he's lost his step rider here. It was a step rider with... I can see icons for, but I can't recognise offhand. Tracker, maybe? Did you want to do an ambition? I wouldn't have thought so, frankly. None of them look very doable at the moment. And together in... Oh, that's the ambition. What have we got? And what the gods? Oh yeah, right. Okay. Definitely don't want to become a pious. That would be horrible, losing 40 religion opinion. Yeah. So I guess he just going to have a chance to become foolish. Alright, I would really like to see these step riders backing off. They are not safe where they are. No, why are you advancing more? You're just asking to get picked off at this point. Looks like Hazard still thinks he can contest here, but he really, really can't. But, well, you never know. He may surprise us, I suppose. What's happening? The axe is making his way back up. Doesn't have the orders to get 2 step riders going anywhere. He is working on another chariot. Yeah. Gonna get onto the field just in time for spears to start popping out. Those post does only have the 1 warrior, so you will only be able to upgrade 1 immediately into a spear in 1 turn. But I guess he can possibly start rushing out some more spears if he feels like he needs them. But yeah, as I said, it's definitely not going to get chariots into the field before Persia spears, which is unfortunate. Alright, so we have 0 orders left. We've still got events to deal with. Generally a good idea to deal with your events first, because it can change how you want to play your turn. And you can't take those orders back in multiplayer. There's no undo in network games. So yeah, once you've committed your orders, that's it. Oh, we founded Zoroastrianism. Oh, in Aspadan. All right, okay, in Persia. So we've got Zoroastrianism and Hinduism on the board. All right. So ended their turn. We have got some more. The Huns are massing a little bit. They might. I still don't think they're going to pose a particular problem for Persia, but yeah, so we have a first spear. Can Hazard see that? I guess not, right? Yep, so Hazard has no idea that a spear is ready to deal with any cavalry he might pop out. We've got a governor. You're robust or affable or frugal, all very nice traits. We're actually just falling back, so he's not being quite cautious here, Boldus, which is fair, I suppose. I guess once the spear comes in, he can start wrecking this camp. So with the spear and two slingers, he can one turn this camp. So he doesn't he can just sit here, I guess, until the settler's ready, and then go and one turn it and take it out immediately if you wanted to. Seems reasonable. Okay. That's the barracks. Slinger is moving up. We're working on a 10-year spearman. Yikes. Quite a long time. But I guess, yeah, we're getting a barracks in 2 turns, which will help with that a little bit. We are taking some pot shots at the Huns. Yeah, I guess why not? He can't quite kill a Hun here. What he would want to do. Really worth it. But yeah, whittling him down a bit. This slinger is not on forest, so potentially this slinger could actually take a reasonable amount of damage here. Yeah, ebony does not count as trees. It doesn't give you ranged damage cover, so that's an interesting thing to consider. I wonder if Boldus thought he would. Yeah, not that the Huns can do a huge amount of damage. Anyway, certainly the slinger's not really at any risk of dying unless, probably even if Hazard rushes in. Yeah, he can only do, 8 damage with this slinger out in the open. Pretty poor. Alright, so what will we do? The axe is going to be moving up more, healing. To get him into the action, we're getting chariot popping out next turn. 2 barracks coming out of the champion seat next turn. So yeah, we will be able to continue popping out 3-turn chariots. Yeah, without a problem. Maybe even getting some overflow, getting it down to 2 at one point. Should be pretty good, I imagine. What have we got? We've got Slinger and Slinger. Yeah, about that already. What don't we know? Polish in 2 years. Yeah, still not sure what he's doing with that. This work is building a pasture, which I mean, I guess you kind of got to do, but it feels a little bit bold just leaving it there unprotected. Could easily Persia could fairly easily snipe that and for a opinion hit. I suppose it's not that easy. It's actually easier to kill the step riders than it is the worker. They do more damage. Wild. The worker's happy, whereas the step riders. Yeah, well, actually, this step rider. I don't know why the slinger is doing more damage. Has he got mounted? Oh, he's got steadfast, of course, right. So yeah, it does extra damage to tribal promotions. That's kind of funny. The worker's got better defense than the military units have. Not a great position to be in. What else? Start to farm. Yeah, resources starting to look slightly better. So he's nearly fixed his money deficit, and the food and stone is looking a lot healthier. So resource-wise, he's looking alright. Science is coming up. He's up to 31 a turn. How does that compare to 45? So still quite a long way behind in science, but he is narrowing the gap a little bit, I suppose. Interesting, Persia is taking Polis as well. Why does everyone want Polis? I don't get it. So exciting about Polis. You really want some hamlets? Or some walls, maybe? Don't know. Okay. Yeah. Maybe just didn't want any of these techs, I guess. Composite bone, metaphysics, and coinage are not necessarily what you want in a duel. Well, this is just the cheap tech you take to cycle into Stone Boost or Aristocracy or Steel or any of these nice techs, really. So we're seeing a general on the spear. So this spear is now a 5.3 strength attack. It's a zealot, so it's going to be really hard to kill. So that spear is never dying, I don't think. Probably pierce through this Hun and kill him. Yeah, so that's 12 damage. Pierce is 25%, right? Yeah, 25%. So we'd be doing 3 damage. So we wouldn't quite manage to finish that spear off, that skirmisher off with a spear pierce, but it would be close. Right, what else is going on here? So Hun's not really doing very much. The wounded skirmisher backed off behind the Hun camp, but otherwise they're just hovering, waiting for their chance. Didn't decide they wanted fancy to go at the slinger here. Oh, of course, it's a sentinel shield bearer steadfast slinger as well, so it doesn't even really matter that it's not forest. It's so well protected. Sentinel is such a pain to deal with, such a strong trait, especially when obviously you're in your own territory where it's taking effect. So yeah, taking some more pot shots at the Hund by the look of it. Not waiting for the spear. This is going to start to take a little bit more damage because it's no longer in his own territory. It's still got steadfast. But yeah, these Huns here could do a moderate amount of damage to the slinger. Not kill it, I don't think. But not great. But let's see. I can't imagine they are going to all pile in, but Huns are a little bit unpredictable. You never do know. But an ambition to enact colonies, which is a 12-year legacy, that's starting to look a little bit unlikely at this point, given that he hasn't even got a labour force yet. And then needs to get to navigation. Yeah, I don't think he's got the tech to make that work by the looks of it. Yeah, and he's only got a 25% chance of getting labour force in his draw pile next turn as well. Already got 3 cards there. Maybe even less, actually. No, actually, that's no, actually, I'm not sure it is right because yeah. So he's got 3 cards in his. Come back. Got 3 cards in his draw pile. Right? Combo, 3 exotic firm, monasticism. So at the end of this turn, these 3 will be discarded. They'll all go into the discard pile, and one of the 6 techs plus whatever is unlocked from Polis, so just forestry. So one of 7 techs will get drawn. So he's only got a very small chance to get labour force. That's a possible option next turn. And even if he does, I'm not sure it would be quick enough to get to colony. So that's looking like a failed ambition. Control 4 monasteries. I guess, does he have clerics? He has one. Only one cleric city? Got 2 cleric cities. So potentially, if he builds a Hindu Brahim, he could get not even, yeah, the cleric cities are not even the Hindu cities. And that's a little bit unfortunate. So he'd need to build 2 shrines, each in his. It looks like we are getting a. Yes, there's another new thing introduced into the patch. It's quite subtle with the brown on brown terrain here, but because we've selected Hinduism and we're building a Hindu shrine in this city, there's this striped bands of brown going across the territory, and there's a brown highlight on the shrine improvement itself. Just a little bit easier to see where the religion is and where it's going to be soon. Oh, we've got a hostile garrison event. That's horrible. Alright, let's see what Persia's going to do. I can't imagine we're not going to see a clearing this camp and killing a couple of tribal units here. Yeah, there we go. One turn to the settler, so he could have waited till the settler was ready, but he certainly doesn't need to. He may even be able to kill 3 units this round. Yeah, absolutely no chance Hazard could do anything about that at this point. Well, it's looking a little bit one-sided at this point to me, this duel, but we'll see if Hazard has got some surprises in him. Cleared. Yep, we can easily clear another one here. Wow, we could almost fully clear it if we had one more unit. But yeah, pretty good, pretty good. We've got 50 science out of the strange encounter. So we got Polis immediately. We're going for a 1-turn stone boost. Beautiful. What is the science difference looking like in this? Well, let's look at the military score first of all. Persia's a little bit up. Unfortunately, Hazard has thrown away a unit. Otherwise, he would probably still be equal there. What does the science difference look like? We have got 1,315 to 846 invested. That's quite a big difference there. Yeah, the actual per turn difference is narrowing, but it's still the actual amount of science invested. This gap is still growing because, of course, Persia is pulling away faster than Hazard is. So we shall see where we get to. 3 hands down. We've got a Byreme coming out in 2 turns. We've got a Settler coming out in Nishipa in 2 turns. That's interesting. I'm not sure what the plan for this settler is. Maybe he's going to anchor and either try and take out the Numidians or the Huns here. I don't know if he's seen any of that. Just switch back to Persia and have a look and see what he's explored. Yeah, so he has very little idea as to what's on this island. He does know this Hun site is here, so I imagine maybe he might even one boat's probably not going to be enough to cross all this distance. He could cross between this iron spot up here and here. Might as well just come down at this point. So yeah, I'm not sure what he's thinking about this settler. But let's go back to Hazard and see what else is going on. We have got Polis here, so we've got some choice of tech now. We could go for monasticism. That will help him do his monastery's ambition. But probably, oh yeah, of course he doesn't have trapping, so he doesn't have access to slingers yet. He could just bypass that and just go straight to combo. That might be quite handy for him. I feel like Hazard needs something. He is building officers rather than chariots, so I guess he's taken note of the spear in Persia. Maybe he hasn't. It's still out of his sightlines. I'm still not sure if he's actually seen the spear yet. Yeah, we've got a wildfire, quite a moderately significant wildfire burning here. Slums or lose a citizen. Get some training out of it. And he can become Hindu. Not the best. We're still working on economy by the look of it, getting some more orders coming in. That would be good. What is the order count? That's an interesting question. Yeah, Persia, massive order advantage at the moment, 29 to 19. Very significant difference. 2% more. Get for trapping. So yeah, I don't hate it. Slingers would be good. We need some kind of military. We are sending the settler all the way down from Bazira. Oh, of course, we do have another city site here as well. We've got 2 sites to settle down here. Yeah, of course, Hazard did manage to grab the central. He is, I guess, potentially a city up. They've both got the same amount of cities at the moment, but Hazard has 2 more to settle in his back line, which Persia does not. Now I'm about to grab this city site, which will put them up. We've still got 6 cities at the moment. So we're about to run out of time. That's okay, we've spent all the orders. Decided what we're doing with the city. Building over warrior by the look of it. Huns are kind of just chilling. They don't really know what to do. Oh, we have another scout in Huetzi. That's good news. So yeah, I guess if Hazard wanted to come down and clear this camp, then he could potentially do that. With all the Huns having moved away, of course they are now hanging out by his city, so that's slightly unfortunate. In fact, raiding Hazard is, I guess Hazard is only at truce. Oh no, they are now at war. Yeah, okay. Alright, and we have the city up already. That must have been a March settler, I would imagine. Quite a distance he's just moved. But yeah, not too far ahead, have to march. And yeah, we have another hunter city, so we're going to be able to spam out some more sentinel slingers. Devastating. And yeah, I guess back out with spearmen from the back line from the non-hunter cities. And are we going to start taking pot shots at we are. Yeah, Hazard's just melting here. Don't think he's taken any kills so far. He's now lost 2 step riders and a scout. And I would guess if he wanted to, and it looks like he does, yeah. Boldus can just go and kill another step. And yeah, there's absolutely nothing Hazard could know about that. Alright, well this could be a short second part, frankly, because I really don't know what Hazard can do about this now. And we've got 1 step rider in the area, the axe is still miles away. Even if it gets there, or even when it gets there, not going to be able to do very much against all these units. Yes, he will be able to hurt the spearmen quite effectively, but with 1 axe does not a army make, for sure. I suppose he should be thankful this worker is still alive, frankly. Could have started brutalising that as well. We did take an attack on the city. I guess that was a pierce attack, of course, from the spear, yeah. Intentional, but it does still rack up the discontent. That's always a nice bonus for Persia. What we got event-wise? A waste of talent. We've got a rising star who's not doing anything, so he needs to be given a job. Probably, yeah, general, a step rider would make sense. Yeah, step rider in the city. Take a shot at the spear, I guess. Might as well. Axe hasn't actually moved yet, and he's lost his hero general as well. Chariot is coming, but also, yeah, very much the wrong unit. He really needs to take an attack against this spear. I really hope he remembers to do that. Might as well and grab some damage while you can. That step is safe. Yeah, definitely the wrong time for Hazard to be at war with the Huns. I mean, fortunately, there's a decent chance they'll be attacking Persia as well, but yeah, would have been much better to keep truce with them. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if he declared, or if that was perhaps an event. Trying to demand some money or something off him. Or maybe he was already paying money and now that's why he's in the positive income. Yeah, 1 all left. Doesn't look like... No, he's not taking the attacking bit. Do not know why not. Oh, he's just bought some orders and then immediately used them. Because I guess he's moving people up. He still hasn't moved the axe, though. What did you move if you didn't move the axe? You moved a step up, I guess. And the settler? Love that, actually speaking. But okay. Taking confidence. Bit of a stone tax on Persia here, or we could just get some civics, I suppose, but probably suffer the consequences of that. We've got the carpet. Interesting. Orthodoxy opinion +5. I'm not sure I've ever seen this event. So we can persecute the Zoroastrians if we want to. I can't imagine that we do want to do that. It's wild. Or we can get Zoroastrian opinion but lose Persian opinion, which is actually not great. Yeah. Maybe he doesn't get so much about the Zoroastrian opinion. If 2 of his families are following Persian paganism, the other one is not following anything. Yeah, we're going through the city. This is going to fall. I mean, not this term, but soon. For sure. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What does the military strength graph look like now, I wonder? Hazard's taking a dip. He's still not too far below. I mean, he's got the chariot, I guess, and he's got the axe. But yeah, needs to start killing some units, really. Not losing anymore. Hello, Zalin. Welcome to the stream. It is a close border, yes, and we have seen some action already. So yeah, Hazard playing the Huetzi has lost 2 step riders already and a scout, and yeah, his city is under attack here. And yeah, it's very much not looking good for Hazard at the moment. Persia has got just a metric ton load of sentinel slingers here, plus 1 spear and some more spears coming up behind them in the not too distant future. Whereas he has 3 steps, a chariot, and an axe. Oh, and a militia. So yeah, this city is just now repairing. That's all it can do. We're building a treasury in Bazira for some strange reason. I would have thought a slinger. Oh, we didn't go. Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at Persia now. That's why. Yeah, I think we are working on trapping at the moment in Hawaii. Yeah, 2-turn trapping. All right, so we can't build slingers yet, but he could get some warriors coming out. Yes, the Huns as well. The Huns have been interesting. So both teams are now at war with the Huns, but they are down to one site with they're busy. They're busy killing off Hazard's scout, which he's left in the open. He's already lost a scout to Persia, so yeah, you really don't want to be losing another scout to the Huns. That would be sad. Like, he's moderately safe at the moment, but I definitely would be putting that scout in the forest if I was Hazard. Oh, interesting. We have a tribal alliance. Oh, wow, that's cool. I mean, it's a little bit late, unfortunately, but it's kind of cool. The tribal alliance. I would guess that's beer. I don't know. Yeah, how confident Persia is feeling now, I suppose. The safe thing to do would be to back the spear off and heal him. But with, as far as Persia can see, only 1 unit in the area, I guess he's not too worried. And the Huns have already taken attacks. The what's the ability to yes, maybe he did vassal tribe. Yes, he did vassalize them. I completely missed that. So thank you for pointing that out, Zalin. Yes, so he Hazard has used the vassalized tribe ability, spent 800 training to force them into an alliance because he is stronger than them. So whether he'll actually get much use out of that, I do not know. But I mean, at least the Huns aren't attacking him now, so it seems okay. Earlier would have been better timing, but sure. The Huns still get their annoying events to break it. They can break an alliance. It is just a normal alliance, and yet obviously they're quite unhappy with actually, no, actually, they're quite unhappy with Persia. They're moderately happy with Hazard. So yeah, it should be good for a little while, I imagine. So we have backed the spear off. Yeah, I guess certainly morale-wise, that was good timing, and that he managed to get some damage out that he wouldn't have been able to otherwise. We are going to see some quick death. Yeah, he's quite happy to leave the tactician slinger on the forest there, which honestly makes a lot of sense because this step right here is doing very little damage. Even the chariot can get some damage, but if he goes in on his own, he's just going to immediately die. He really needs to wait for the axe to come back him up as well. If he gets the axe, the chariot, and maybe another step rider up, a long way away, then maybe he could do something. Yeah, it's not looking great at the moment. We're building another settling class. How that say, I should say. Which fine, I guess. Yeah, he does need to get those cities settled, but he also needs to not lose this city. That would be bad. All right. So yeah, we're on 7 cities to 6 now. 3 lords to 1. Similar strength, but Hazard is primitive in tech. Persia's now working on spoked wheels, so they're going to be getting their own chariots out soon, which Hazard has nothing to deal with because he doesn't have his, that's for sure. Doesn't have labour force still either. Yeah, so in fact, yeah, the only military units Hazard can build are warriors and step riders at the moment. He will be able to build slingers next turn. Yeah. Persia now has access to warriors, slingers, spears, and shortly chariots as well is quite a good advantage. Oh, and biremes, of course. We've got our first bireme out. Has popped out here. Is just taking a little look-see across the Gulf, seeing what's going on. I don't believe Persia has seen any of this still, so this is all new territory. Hello, Thinking 42 man. What script have we got here? This is, I believe, an arid plateau. Let's have a look. Yes, it's an arid plateau. Mirrored, of course. We get the Rorschach type images, but yeah. So we've got a little sea in the middle. It's mainly arid, not a lot of food anywhere, but of course both nations are good at hunting and getting pasture bonuses. So I guess we don't have hunters in the wet sea. We've got, but we do have. We did start with husbandry, and we've got a lot of pasture resources, I believe, although I'm not actually seeing very many at the moment, apart from the horses. Don't give food. Where's all the food coming from? It's mainly coming from, yeah, there are a few pastures about. Food off. Testing the treaty, right, so we have got, 100, they're demanding 100 money a turn for 40 years, otherwise it's time to go into war. So yes, that alliance is definitely going to be costly if he wants to maintain it. A little bit unfortunate. Hasn't contacted the Numidians yet. Good point. Yes, indeed. But no one knows about these guys down here. Persia must be just on the edge of seeing them, surely. Yeah. If he moved his boat down one, he would meet the Numidians, but not as yet. Next turn, Hun camp upgrades and pops unit. Will the unit be next here? Good question. I am not 100% sure about that. I would imagine it will at least be strength 4. Maybe it will be strength 5. Don't know. Not sure what the code for that is. We'll find out in a turn, I suppose. Cheaper ranges is a big benefit for wet sea, and it's fishermen and trappers, the 3 that are recently buffed. They are yeah, they're buffed in the sense that it's faster to make the specialists. The rural specialists all cost the same amount now. It used to be that rural specialists on resources cost more. I guess, yeah, non-farmers and miners. And, yeah, anyway, as you said, the fishermen and trappers and I guess gardeners as well are cheaper than they used to be, and ranchers. Striped Bay is very interesting in the south central area. Yeah, so it's definitely a good feature of the map. See if Persia takes advantage of nipping across the bay, although I don't think they really need to, frankly. We have managed to get this city fully repaired now, which is interesting. So I have to imagine Persia is not going to be going anywhere, and there's no need for them to move this slinger. So this tactician slinger, I think I was talking about that at one point and got distracted, but yeah, he is a ranger tactician. So ranged units can do very little damage to him. Melee units can't do a huge amount of damage to him and take counter-attack damage. Quite a brutal amount of counter-attack damage. So yeah, that sling is going to be incredibly difficult to dislodge. It will be easy with flanking, of course. He can flank fairly easily with the chariot, which means he doesn't take counter-attack damage. But he's still going to need more melee units if he wants to take it out. So yeah, that sling is probably just going to stay there pretty much indefinitely now and poke that city every turn. Extremely annoying about it too. I would imagine potentially some more people are going to come up and poke as well. We are sending someone back to heal, so he's been fairly cautious, Boldus here. But I think that's absolutely fine. He can afford to be. Yeah, just a horrible situation where your slinger can just sit next to the city and do 3 damage, and the unit in it can do 1 damage back. Brutal. Yep, so we've got a slinger on the trees. It's also a ranger doing it. The ranger, so he's doing 2 damage from 3 tiles away, even without the Eagle Eye promotion. If you got the Eagle Eye promotion as well, that would be, well, I guess it'd be doing 3 damage, but yeah. Certainly not bad at all. Oh, so we're still content to just poke this city here. Not going in for the kill, but he has fully healed all his units now, so I can't imagine it will be too far away. We did get an earthquake in Persia, so that's hurting a little bit. He's many pillaged improvements. A pillaged mine here. Doesn't look like it's hurting too bad because it's hurt his stone income. Yeah, could have been worse, and damaged all the workers, of course, which is irritating. I'll have to spend time healing those workers. But I would guess he's more interested in sling hazard at the moment. Truth hurts, never a great event, so we can either endear the Chancellor and lose discipline or annoy the Chancellor. Yes. Does annoying the Chancellor matter that much at this point? They're the head of a family as well. Yeah, so that's quite a lot of negative opinion with the riders. We've got a hugely high opinion already, so I guess that's fine. Brahmins for all Hindu cities, love to see it. Yes, well, I mean, it's, yeah, should be good. We haven't actually had a chance to build any as yet. We've got, yeah, Fulton, Hindu Brahmin. How to pronounce that really? But yeah, too busy building military units at the moment. Bought DLC 2 days ago to experience the Hund, and then the Hund got deleted by 2 AI civs eating them at the same time. Yes, well, that will do it. I mean, the Huns are strong, but Masons are strong too. Yeah, you definitely have to set tribe level to raging if you want to see the Huns in all their glory. They are extremely scary at that point. But even then, if you're playing on the Great and the AIs have good development level and have spears to start with, they can probably deal with the Huns reasonably well as well. We've got a road network. We've just finished off a beautiful road network up to Diamond. That's looking very good. We've got 2 more spears popping out next turn. Yeah, 2 slingers in position being annoying. And yeah, we're going in. We're not pussyfooting around, we're just going for it. Kind of casual, displaying our nobles to try the weaker, unfortunately. Yeah, no, well, fair enough. I mean, that's absolutely fair enough. But, you know, it is what it is. How did the team like my 3.5 developing setting idea? I'm not sure we're going to get that granular. I'm afraid to disappoint, but no. Let's see what else is happening here. Whoa, we've got a wild anchor from Persia. That's got to be just mind games from Persia, right? I mean, Hazard presumably can see this anchor. He can, but yeah, it's not connecting to it. Persia can't actually do anything with that. There's no more ships coming, so he's just threatening, I guess, threatening Hazard with being able to launch an invasion at any point, even though he actually can't and is not going to be able to. For the scout, that's an interesting point. I suppose technically all Persia needs to do is get units across to the Palmer Island, move them across land, and then he can move them over. We only really need 1 more boat in order to launch an invasion, or even a little bit of tile buying. So yeah, could happen. But yeah, I think I like to think it's mind games. I think that's fun. I was a little bit scared when 400 units were moving in the direction of my city. Yeah. They can certainly be scary, but I'm sure if you keep playing, you will get the joy of being absolutely devastated by the Huns at some point, no doubt. Right, so the Rising Star is annoyed now. Yeah, even though he's a general. He used to be the Grand Vizier, and he's not taken kindly to being shuffled off. What have we got? We've got 2 more step riders coming. We've got the chariot and the axe wisely hanging back. We can do a moderate amount of damage to the slinger now, so we can do 7 and 7, it's 14. We need one more good melee unit, and we can delete this incredibly annoying slinger. I guess the chariot here will do it. Yeah. Not quite, but yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. 2 chariots, an axe, and a step rider can take out one slinger. I mean, you know, he's going to have bigger problems than that, really. It's not going to help that much, but still. Persian scout in mid, what's he moving toward the boat? Where is the Persian scout? Let's have a look at that. Oh, right. Yes, interesting. Oh, wow. That's a good point. Yes, of course, he could move the scout all the way through here and then onto the islands. Yeah. Never mind scouting the enemy. Let's just go and scout out the island. I would have thought he'd be better off leaving the scout in the wetty territory, to be honest. But maybe quite fun. We did go for the increased culture level 4 times ambition. Interestingly, we've got one up. We're about to get the second one. Yeah, it's going to be quite a while before we get any more. But, yeah, it will happen eventually. Alright, so we've got some more troop movement up. We are up to 16 orders, but we are still quite order constrained. Yeah, chariot didn't get very far. I'm surprised this chariot didn't move that far. It looks like he just took one fatigue move and then stopped for a promotion. You would have thought he would be keen to get that up to the site of the battle ASAP, but okay. What have we got? We did manage to settle the city down in Vanu. We're getting a warrior here. About that. I think I'd rather have seen a worker here. He needs to improve the stuff, and this warrior is going to take forever to get all the way up into anywhere useful. But maybe he's worried about this anchor and possible invasion. Yep, taking loads of discontent on the city here, so it's already up to discontent level 3. Yep, riders have dropped down. They were 290 odd, they're now 195. So yeah, a little bit less strength still on the rider units. I'm not sure there are any rider units here. Do these look like all champions? Alright, where are we? Turn 45. 58 science a turn in Persia. Very healthy stock of civics. We are one turn away from our 4th law, so we might be seeing some Porton cavalry soon. Parsa have horse access? I don't see any horses. No, we've got camels, but no horses. Bay also does not have horses. Where can we build horses in Persia? Can we build them anywhere? Great. Yeah, nowhere's got horse access. So yeah, doesn't look like we're going to see any unique units soon, but it doesn't look like he needs them at the moment. This city looks like it may well be falling next turn at this rate. Especially if he starts moving up. It's a pillage pasture in the northern coastal city. Right, thank you for spotting that. Okie dokie. So yes, there is one place he could potentially build, and that is going to be developing culture in 2 turns. So yeah, I guess, yeah, and there's a garrison coming. So yeah, that may well be the plan. Get some Portons out of Nishpa. Would probably be quite good. Looks like someone has got married. Oligarchs have married each other. Alright, fair enough. Always a bit worrying when the nobles start marrying each other. Getting up to dirty business, no doubt. Yes, indeed. Horses are coming online. No, sorry, they're cows. Sorry, the horses are up here. Yeah, so they have it, but not as yet. Yeah, and there's some more horses outside of Aspidana, so potentially, could happen. But yeah, in the short term, only really Nishpa is going to be able to build Bordens. Alright, prison conscripts. So we could get a couple of militia, I would guess. Oops, come up here. Yeah, we could get 2 militias. That might be quite timely. They could probably do 2-3 damage each to the slinger. And flank him as well. So that could be quite good, actually. Yeah, if he gets the militia out. Yeah, they do 3 damage each. If they flank, that's 6. And then 7 will take us up to 13. Yeah, we could kill this slinger this turn if we really wanted to. I don't know. I guess what I'd probably do is put the chariot in the city, perhaps. And then the axe around here, maybe. And then, no, the chariot is coming out here. Okay. Alright, so we think we can kill the slinger, do we? 6 and 8 is 14. We need another 6 damage. Militia can't get there. One of them can, I suppose. Can you kill that slinger? Oh, can the Huns help? Not a lot, no. Not enough. What was the point of that? That's a dead chariot for 100% sure. Yeah, don't love that. Alright, we did get that militia there, but yeah, he's still 3 damage shy. He cannot get this militia in. So that's... Slinger's just going to run away. And yeah, some units are going to get deleted here, I'm pretty sure. 10 damage spear poke on the chariot. And I'll just let's just shut down anything that could be doing that. Right. Yeah, one unit does 1 damage, but it's not enough. Not enough. Unfortunate. General's got scarred. I mean, I guess it's perhaps a turn of reprieve for a city. Probably won't die this turn, but yeah, I've got to imagine this chariot is dying, right? So that's like a 10 damage attack on this chariot, and then 3 slingers ought to be enough to finish the job there. Yeah, absolutely. I say that absolutely. I think so. And whether you want to move your spear in when there's an axe right there, I guess the more cautious play would be to just back off. We'll see. We'll see what Boldus decides to do. Maybe he will call it a day and just let him have a bit of a victory here. Yeah, of course the damage slinger has retreated, so that attack didn't really achieve anything apart from getting him to back off. But as I said, it did save the city for a turn at least. So don't think he'll be taking that city this turn. Possibly he could, but it probably wouldn't be advisable to do so. Still got pretty decent order advantage by the look of it. We've got 26 orders a turn coming in for Persia. Mill score has shot up. Yeah, orders hugely more. Did Boldus have a high courage leader in a city to pump out that many slingers? I don't recall. They are hunters, so I guess the hunters have base training anyway. And he possibly just hard build them. I don't think any of them were 3 slingers. No, he's going in. Oh wow, we have another spear. Wow, it's a shame he couldn't quite get both of them to the chariot. Surely he can kill the chariot from where he is. Right, he can do 4 damage with that slinger. He only needs another 5 to... Yeah, he could easily kill that chariot. Yep, and he's going to... No, he's killing the militia. Why? Oh, okay. Why are you not killing... I don't understand what's going on here, man. It's crazy. I mean, okay, secured the militia kill. Sure, good. But yeah, the chariot is escaping. So it doesn't feel amazing. We killed both the militia. Fine. And I guess Hazard is still not going to be able to kill anything, I would imagine. Maybe he could take a slinger out. Yeah, if he was prepared to sacrifice his chariot, at least he could take a slinger out. Warlike, maybe. Yes, possibly. Yes, two commander spears next to each other, full man's hoplites. They're pretty effective. Certainly against chariots, they're doing 11 damage each. Chariot, quite nasty. Alright, Hazard, what have you got in you? What are you going to do about that? Just immediately lost your 2 militia that you just gained. You've also got a rebel slinger now near Varnu, which is annoying. It's not going to be too much of a problem, I guess. Oh, Persia's ship has backed off. And the scout is still hanging out by Bazira. Alright, we've decided we're going to take a kill. We're going to route for a slinger. I don't know that's a great use for chariot, but it's a kill. I mean, you know, Hazard desperately needed a kill for morale, I would say, so that's probably alright. I don't think we can kill a second slinger. Oh, we're actually not that far away from it, but no, he's going to be short on orders, unfortunately. Yeah, not going to happen. Right, so that's a dead chariot. One assumes. Oh, we are marching in. Oh, why? Why are you spending all these orders to not get a kill? Yeah, frustrating. Burnt a lot of training on that attack. That slinger is just going to wander off again. Happy as you like. Not bothered at all. Interesting to see. I would have thought the sensible thing to do for Boldus here would just be keep getting kills. That would be something a bit better than a militia, but we could certainly get a chariot kill and yeah, take out a warrior. I doubt you can take out the axe, but not too worrying. The axe could do. Ooh, it could potentially do a lot of damage if he gets into trees, but if he fights up here, there aren't any trees. So yeah, as long as he stays away from the tree cover, he should be absolutely fine there. Alrighty. What else have we got going on? Autonomy in Varnu. We've got Zenobia. He's governing Varnu now. Judge governing. Very good. It does mean this warrior is the last unit that Varnu is going to be producing for a while. It is perhaps a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, more military units is necessarily what he wants, but he definitely would like a worker there. Yes. Okay. Well, first kill. You know, we've killed a slinger. Certainly something. The military score look like at the moment. Ooh, that sounded like a chariot dying. Yep, dead chariot. And let's see what he goes for. Maybe he might even be able to kill that axe, you know, with enough slingers. Yeah, he probably can if he really commits to it. I would have thought it's more likely he just takes the warrior out though. We'll see. The calculations at the moment, no doubt, deciding whether he can get a kill. He's going for the attack. Yep. He needs 2 more units, which he has. He absolutely has. Yeah, I'll have to send this damaged slinger in, but that's absolutely fine. And there goes the axe. And Hazard is not looking in a good state. So he's lost his chariot and his axe. He's lost really his only 2 military units there. He's back to 1 step rider. Oh, and I guess the warrior here as well. Yeah, that's not really going to do anything. Not going to be able to get any more kills. He can't even march all the way around the back line to kill that slinger. So yeah, no more kills for him. And we get 3. Oh, we could get 2 step riders to take out a slinger, I suppose, if we wanted to. Looks like Empires of the Indus resources are maybe getting spawned in vanilla scripts now. Yes, they are. They are indeed. Empires of the Indus resources have always been getting spawned on vanilla scripts. It's jungle that doesn't get spawned on the non-Empires maps, but the other resources certainly can. Okay, we've got steel. When did we get steel? I missed that. I haven't been paying attention to the tech here, but we've got steel, so we've got an axe upgrade. That's good news. That's definitely going to help. It doesn't help enough, but it's going to help. We've got an axe and 2-step riders now, and potentially another one coming up as well. Got any more chariots? We have still got a chariot all the way back here that has not moved. That really needs to come up, and a warrior, and we're pumping out another warrior. We've got a decent amount of units in the back line. It's just they're not in the right place. Okay? And we have settled another city now, so we're up to 8 cities to Persia's 7. He has managed to out-settle Boldus now and catch up enough to so that Boldus is only learned rather than erudite. So narrowing the tech gap. 53 times 10, that's not too bad. Not too shabby at all. What's Persia on? 53 to 66, yeah. So still an advantage, but gap's getting smaller. Yeah. We're willing to see these warriors moving forwards. I guess some road would be really good, but I think, yeah, we still don't have labour force. Yeah, 3 turns away. I wonder if this warrior has just moved here and gone to build a road and gone, oh, hang on a minute, I don't have a deck. But yeah, roads would be super helpful to get reinforcements all the way at the back. And of course, Persia already has a fantastic road network. Spears that have just popped out can very easily pop up once he has the orders to do so. To pop another spear and then a 2-turn spear in Parser. Yeah. Yep. I mean, if Hazard can get a few axes out quickly and into the right place, then they will be able to deal with those spears fairly efficiently, at least. So that's something. We have still got the alliance up. We are paying 100 tribute to the Huns every turn for the privilege, but it looks like he's getting some use out of that. Getting some damage on a slinger here. Again, just not enough to get a kill, which is unfortunate. Unit you damage that can just run away and heal is not super useful. How much damage can this axe do to this tactician slinger? It can do 7. We'll take 4 in return. Safe in the city, so he can actually get the slinger to force the slinger to back off now if he wants to. Whether he'll have a chance to, because I assume Persia's going to keep pressing the attack here. Yeah, the scout has still got a schemer, so he's still invisibly checking out what reinforcements are coming up, seeing he's got a few step riders, thinking, I imagine he's not too worried about that. But we'll see. We've definitely, yeah, got a couple of wounded people here. We've not got a huge amount of people at the front line. Imagine he probably doesn't want to push the spears right next to the city yet, so we're just going to take out the Huns instead. That makes a lot of sense. Combat promotion. Yeah. So again, playing it a little bit cautiously, but I think that makes sense. Wants to clear out the Hunnic reinforcements. The slingers are enough to keep the city falling. Oh, he's got another spear as well from Aspadana, so that's actually taken out that Hun unit now. So there's 0 Huns left on the map apart from the one in this camp here. Oh, and we've got an anchor here, so this spear is going to be able to come and start taking out this camp. Suppose is going to settle this Hun encampment in the next 2 or 3 turns, I would imagine. Potentially even march some more units down from here, but they may not need to if they've got a spear already here, another one popping out in piles next turn. Yep, so you can probably just happily get these spears to come and deal with that. That's beautiful. Yeah, this is a much more sensible position for this ship. I didn't actually think he'd be able to get all the way from the city over here to the Hun camp, but he's managed to find a spot that just about does it, so that's good news. Horses and Parser, were they there before? Where are the horses in Parser? Improving them. I would imagine not, because yeah, I would imagine he would have improved them already if they had been. So that's probably an event spawn. Is very nice indeed. Good news. I guess it's a mirror map, so we can check. Although of course it's thrown off slightly by the wets. You get free horses, but if we see Yeah, I don't think there is an equivalent horse. This one was their free one. Yeah, reading that right. That must have been a later spawn. If event or if the hamlet got them by the river and Kandahar. Yeah, this one here. Yes, by the river and Kandahar. So that's in here. Oh right, yes. Yep, fair enough. Yep, so that must have been the 3-1 from Kandahar, and then this was it. Okay, so that was always there. It was just a late improve. Interesting. I mean, I guess Persia's had quite good resources, so he hasn't necessarily felt the need to get them improved, and he hasn't had access to build horses for a while. Going on a chat, checking that. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Well spotted, Nestor. You put the border with the hamlet just now. Right, I see what you're saying. Yes, so they weren't in borders. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. We're up to 2 out of 4 culture improvements. We are miles away from getting any more culture levels. All these spearmen who need culture. We step riders are backing off by the looks of it. Staying out the way, coming back to heal. Or he wouldn't stand back here, but I guess yeah, they are in danger. He's fleeing. Everyone is falling back. This looks like he's getting ready to build a road. Yeah, it's a little bit late, unfortunately. Really needed that road up 10 turns ago. Because I can't imagine Persia is not now going to come in with their 3 spears here and these slingers. This city could potentially fall in a turn. I mean, it's got this. They've got to deal with the axe as well, which isn't necessarily that easy. Yeah, I can't imagine it would take more than 2 turns to take the city out now, unless Hazard can do something about it. And with only step riders, there's probably not a lot you can do about it, even with 4 step riders and a warrior, and I suppose an axe. I mean, you can maybe take 1 unit out. Don't think they're going to cut it. Workers lined up everywhere for roads. Indeed, yes, he's ready. He's ready to get them going, but it's just not quite timely enough. We've got steel now in Persia, so we could be making some axes if we want to. The spear has come up to the Hun camp. We are going full bore on attacking the Eolnus. It'll be a Persian city soon, anyway. Looks like he is not moving the spears up. He's playing it safe. Still time, I suppose. But yeah, it doesn't look like he can kill the city this turn. But I would be tempted to move the commander's spears up anyway. Looks like he's going to come and make sure he can take out the Hun camp before it spawns another unit. Makes sense. You take this out next turn now. You would need to march this guy if you wanted to 1 turn it. But certainly possible. And then he could march this settler and get the city settled next turn. Absolutely. Alright. So he's content to keep harassing Hazard and not push too hard on that city. Yeah, it's a good cautious, steady approach. It's not the way I would do it. Oh no, we are taking the attacks. Alright, I take it back. He's going in. I love it. So this, yeah, is leaving a spear exposed. He could do 9 damage with the axe. Presumably, with all of these step riders, he could potentially take a kill on that spear, but it would be costly to do so. All right, let's see what Hazard is going to do about that. A few events to deal with. Era of corruption or a plotting Grand Vizier. That's unfortunate. We did end up taking the Grand Vizier back. The corrupt divine hero Rising Star. Pretty nice stats. Definitely the courage will be helping build units, if indeed the Grand Vizier is building units, which looks like it mostly is. Yep. Axeman getting pumped out absolutely everywhere, which is exactly what Hazard needs, frankly. So that's working pretty well for him. He's still one turn away from labour force, so we still can't do anything with all of these workers that are lined up. Just got some bad events, just losing stuff all over the shop. And yeah, I mean, it looks to me like Hazard's waiting with all these units for road before he moves them, but I think he should just be at least moving the chariot up. The chariot can get to the front lines in 2 to 3 turns. Oh, we're going in, we're killing a spear. Come on, Hazard, get the kill, please. You can do it. Yes. Good. Finally getting a kill. Love to see that. Alright. These step riders are going to get wiped pretty hard, I would imagine. Can't imagine we're not losing 2 of them, maybe 3. But yeah, took a unit off the board is good, and it's a spearman, which is definitely a good unit to be taking off the board, better than taking out a slinger. So what can we do? We can do a spear. We've only got 1 spear here ready. I guess he killed a spear, yeah. A spear and a slinger can kill 1 step rider, and like 3 more slingers can kill another step rider. Yeah, he really needs more spears, I suppose. I kind of think perhaps sending this commander spear down was a mistake. I mean, I guess he can always march him back up again if he wants to. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I think killing a couple of step riders is probably a reasonable trade for a spear. What else have we got? Yeah, he's still dealing with all his negative events. Still no movement down here. All the units are just piling up. Never seen so many step riders. Yeah, well, there's a reason for that. Because they're not that good. I mean, you know, they did help in this situation. They are actually doing a reasonable amount of damage as well. Yeah, the spear's gonna. Right, we're gonna kill some with Pierce. Yeah, very nice. So can we get? Yeah, I think we can get a kill here. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it. All right, fair enough. Well, he didn't need the commander spare. Did not need the commander spare. Don't think he's going to be able to have the orders left to clear this turn, but that's probably fine. Doesn't really matter. I guess if he is a schemer, he could buy the orders if he wanted to. He's hasn't spent any scheme orders as yet by the look of it. I guess he hasn't needed to. Persia's got all the orders anyway. But yeah, there's no urgency. He doesn't need to settle this turn. He can do it next turn. It's not a problem. Yeah, 3 step riders down. Oh, and 2 rebels. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, sure, okay, he's got labour force now. He can build loads of roads, but come on, just move your units, please. Got the orders. Need to get them somewhere where they can do something. Riding high, okay, so we've got a negative event for that. We can get 1 more militia or 240 training. Probably better just getting the training at this point. I'm not sure the militia's going to change the odds very much here. See what he goes for. Are we getting the roads down? Is it happening? Yes, we have started. Okay, good. See it. Finally connected all of these cities, which are all disconnected. That's great. Now, where is he connecting? He's going to connect to the lake and then here, I suppose. Which will help with connection, but won't actually help transport because he can't move over the lake. Not necessarily ideal. But it looks like that's what we're doing. I mean, he could just road underneath the lake as well, I suppose, if he wants that for moving his units. So I suppose even the best way to get there. way to get to Bazira at the moment is going via this mountain pass here. Interesting. Okie dokie, what did we take? We took... Oh, we haven't dealt with that yet. We took the legitimacy and didn't pay the resources. This axe is back on the forest tower. That's probably okay, right? That's a safe move. Should be in no real danger there, I think. Yeah. So Hazard is what is one city up, but then Boldus is going to equalise next turn. So they're both going to be on 8 cities. So that's interesting. They've both got an even city count. They're both seem still similar strength. Yeah, they're managing to still be similar. It's just that all of Hazard's units are way at the back, whereas all of Boldus's units are right at the front, either at the Hun camp or attacking Hazard City up here. So the strength is it's all very well being similar strength, but if your units aren't in the right place, it doesn't still gives you quite a disadvantage to work from. We're going for forestry in Wetsea, which I found interesting. We still don't have anything tagged. Forestry is getting him what? It's getting him lumber mills, it's getting him a free archer, it's getting him towards Lancon. I don't know what he's thinking there. Like, he could start getting, if he gets Lancon, he can get some war elephants, he can get some camel archers, both of which will be very good for him. I mean, he is facing an opponent with a large amount of spears, so probably not the best thing he could be doing there. He did go for that militia in the end, which got immediately bashed by a rebel by the look of it, so that's probably just going to die instantly. We cleared the camp down here, yes we have. And what did we get for that? Golden Jubilee. She's already dealt with an event. Oh, he got known as the Hammer. We got a bonus for his general. Okay. So yes, we have another statesman city, so yet another order piling on top of all of Persia's orders. Beautiful to see. We've got 7 orders. 7 orders being used for construction and still 28 orders, so 35 total coming in for Persia. Very nice. We are also seeing more roads coming in here. Yeah, we'll link up shortly, but sure. And we taking some more attack if we're going to kill that militia. Yeah, we're going to kill the militia. Need a little bit of a meal of it. He's done it. Fine. Yeah, just taking his time healing. This city's definitely looking a little bit low now. I guess what Persia could probably use is some more slingers. They've got their 4, 5, and then we get another one out of Darban. Don't forget, we're fine. Absolutely fine. And we've got another one coming out of Para as well. So yeah. Every city in Persia is building units. He's just going for it at this point. All in on the war, which you love to see. Don't half-arse your wars. It's a very good motto for Old World. If you're going to fight, put everything into it, because you want to. Well, I mean, in a 1v1 duel, of course, if you win a fight, you win the game. But even if you're playing a game with more opponents in, then you want to win your wars swiftly and get them out of the way so you can get back to building up your empire. You don't want them to drag on forever and ever because you're only got half your empire dealing with, or the other half still tries to struggle on. It won't work out very well, most likely. Bringing slingers, building in now, getting a treasury, chariot, axe, treasury. Oh, nice to get some repairs going on. The rebel still needs to be dealt with. Well, Persia is still moving sound. He's still got the the schemer leader he started with, unlike Hazard, which unfortunately is on his 2nd leader already. 3rd leader, I guess. We had a regent for 3 years. Sure. Yes. Oh, we've got an army here. That's helpful. not too bad, but yeah, just was a little bit damage here. Alright, can we see some of the units moving, please? I mean, sure, finish your road by all means, but yeah, get the units moving. What you need to do, also repairing the city. I'm not sure why we're building a warrior rather than repairing. That would buy him a little bit more time. I think this is he gonna fall next turn? I feel like it ought to. But the slingers could easily take it. The wall health down, then I assume one spear is probably enough to finish off the step rider there. Maybe a spear and one more slinger. So yeah, I think if nothing changes here, this city could well fall next turn. We are roading, yes we are. We've finished the road off. Quite, but nearly. Come on, worker, you can do it. He doesn't have the stone for it. He can sell some food. Easily done. You know you want to finish that road off. That's going to be painful not to not have a completed road there. But for goodness sakes, move your unit, man. So many units just sitting around in the back line doing nothing. He needs to deal with his rebel as well, of course. Got loads of events he also needs to deal with. Autonomous rule. Painful. Ugh. Torture a kid? Torture a 36-year-old. Alright. Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah. Crossing Grand Vizier. Ooh, a bit much, isn't it, at the moment? Not building this road. Can't believe we're not building this road. But we have got some units coming up. Good. Alright, that's great news. Finally, some reinforcements are on the way. Is it going to be quick enough to save the city is my question. I think it might not be. I think he may have been a little bit too slow there. We'll see. Spears are coming up again, yeah, so they're in position to deal with any reinforcements at least. Wow. Yeah. And swing around behind this axe and flank him to death, I suppose. He needs to, but yeah, probably just take the city, I imagine, would be the more sensible course of action. What else is going on? Need to turn time into medium. That's interesting. You sped it up. I guess it was on slow. Okay. So you're getting fed up waiting. Boldus, I should say. So yeah, both sides are every city building units. They're both in a fight for their lives at the moment. Well, Hazard is in a fight for his life, certainly. Anyway, Persia is in a fight to secure the win. You to Persia. Ready to see what's going on here. The economy's looking pretty solid. We're actually losing iron, which is not great. Loads of food, decent amount of stone coming in. Yeah, because the rebels took a couple more chunks out of the city as well. So yeah, that's city is 100% falling this turn. No reason not to finish it off. So these reinforcements, I just feel are just going to be too late. Storm. And yeah, it's never getting that city back. It does mean that Persia has to deal with the rebels now, of course, which is fun. Yeah, if I was Hazard, I wouldn't try and take the city back. This is just has to be left now, I think, unless he can. I guess if he can, maybe he could think about trying to prevent the capture. If got 2 turns of leeway, be able to muster some forces and then move into taking a strike, and maybe Persia will have dealt with these rebels by that point. So it's possible. I don't think it's very likely, but it is possible. We do have almost a complete road now. We're still missing one tile. What's the political situation like? All the Persian families are cautious. They're not particularly happy, but they're not upset either. Seeing the spears moving up, they look a little bit vulnerable. Hazard wanted to take out one of those spears, he probably could at this point. Maybe with an axe march. Yeah, actually. He's not taking any attacks on the rebels by the look of it. I guess he's happy to have that barrier between him and Hazard at the moment. No more erudites. Need some good news. They do indeed. Yes, I mean it's been learned for a while, I think, but Hazard has noticed at least. Yeah, a few turns indeed. We've got 2 laws to 4, so Persia's on 4 laws now. They have centralization. What's that most recent one? Possibly. And yeah, only 2 laws here. Even centralization. Are we building strongholds? But mind. So no strongholds in Nishapur yet. Garrison Shiraz. Yeah, I'm building a stronghold in Parsa. And we are going to finish the horses next turn. Right, so Parsa will be able to start popping out Porton Cav next turn, and he has the civics to rush them as well if he wants to, although he is also getting sovereignty, so he will also have the option for a law. Might be better than rushing a Porton. Doesn't desperately need at the moment. An ambition to produce 1,000 iron, which is a long way away from achieving. Yeah. Total production of 34 a turn. I guess he was working on mines. That makes some sense as to why now. But yeah, it's a long way away, the ambition, as is the culture level, I guess. I bet your rebels would like to join me. Yeah, they are similar strength. It's like Persia was stronger for a little bit. Maybe some more units have just popped out here. We've got an axe upgrade. 3 axes here now. Chariot has not moved. Got 2 more warriors and a chariot sitting back here. We still have not taken any attacks on this rebel. Quite content to just let this rebel constantly beat up Vanu. To be fair, he's not really taking any penalty for that, so I guess that's fine. I would have thought it would be worth an order a turn to deal with this and just let it damage the city permanently. Did we just picked up sovereignty? So yeah, we've got a choice between tyranny or constitution law-wise if we want to spend the civics. Tyranny is probably pretty good. We'll pick up some more training and money. Constitution gives them a very decent science boost as well, so both good options, and we can get decrees if we want. Oh, damn, you were right. Oh wow, the rebels backed off to attack. That's fantastic. I love it. I was not expecting that. I would have thought the rebels would have hung around, but there has been some AI code changes recently to make rebels more keen on attacking the nation they spawned from. So, yeah, she's making the rebels too smart. Not me, but yes, the rebels do seem to be taking their job a little bit more seriously. What are the relative order totals? Asks Nesta. Let's have a little look, shall we? The order graph. So it's 36 to 22 a turn. That's a brutal difference. So Persia has more than 50% more orders than Hazard does. And yeah, 1156 to 816 total orders invested. So yeah, quite a big difference there for sure. Let's have a look at the military graph and see more graphs were added. So yeah, Persia's shot up recently. It is building constantly, but he's also losing quite a bit. Feel bad for the Wetsy player with those rebels. Yeah, it's unfortunate, that's for sure. But I mean, at least he has the units there to deal with them. So you know, he should be able to kill these rebels in pretty short order. Of course, Persia is ready to take advantage of any wounded, exposed units he leaves behind. But yeah, we'll be able to deal with these rebels, which is some good news. If you wanted to, you can even get the chariot up the route, but I don't think I would. Because yeah, anything he puts in front is probably going to get deleted. Neither might be doomed, but so are you. I assume he means the nation is doomed rather than the leader, because Hazard has a very healthy 38-year-old intelligent, ruthless zealot with 7 courage, which is beautiful. 50% Hunnic. But yeah, 70-year-old 70-year-old ruler he's had since the start of the game. You can't really compare about that. Yes, indeed, severely ill and doomed. So yeah, he's almost certainly dead next turn. But we have a 55-year-old heir. Good lord, the scholar. I wonder if Persia has any better options and if they can change. They don't have the civics to change the inheritance law, and they don't have the orders. So I guess they're stuck with that heir now. Oh, and they only have one person in the succession as well, so they didn't even have any options. Wild. Alright, so that's not great on the air situation, that is for sure. So that's some good news for Hazard. The leader is not going to be quite so scared. And Hazard has dealt with his rebels as well. Let's see if... oh wow, the leader did manage to survive one more turn. Okay, so he's still going. The ill-doomed 71-year-old, but he's fine. Nothing to see here. So I would imagine Persia is going to capture the city before they do too much, but we could see some hustling harassment of these units if you wanted to. You'd even take a kill if you wanted to, but yeah, it might be a little bit. But actually has some real units now. He's got 3 axes, and where did the chariot? What's the chariot up here? Yeah. So he's got a zealot on his chariot, looking very strong indeed. Pretty good. Yeah. It's a strong zealot chariot, but it could be killed quite easily. If Boldus wanted to commit to it. We have a Wetzy Scout actually in the right place now, so Hazard is seeing a little bit of what's going on. The ship is coming back, so actually, yes, an anchor now from Yazd could. You horseless walker. Oh dear. Oh dear. Trash talk indeed. Alright, yeah, so we could see an anchor and potentially an invasion of the homeland now from Persia. This is actually starting to look a little bit scary. I love the trash talk. Wandering around with your own feet dirty. Yeah. No cavalry in Persia, but that's not going to be the case for long. We have Pulton cavalry coming. And a chariot. Have Nishba. So, oh, and then a Pulton cavalry already out. Wild. Okay, well, Hazard, I think, is in for a surprise when he sees the Persian horses appear on the horizon. Pretty sure he can't see them yet. But yeah, not long away. But yeah, love a bit of banter. Good stuff. Okay, what's he going to do about this? Oh, he has colony. Arab colonies. He doesn't have. How did he just buy a tile? Oh, he switched between cities? Yes, I see. He's switching the tiles to Bazira. Why is he doing that? I wonder. What are you playing at? Are you trying to get access to the horses? Oh, you've got horses. What are you doing? He really annoyed the Riders family, that's for sure. 120 minus opinion for giving away tiles. Why? And he's using a rider worker to build a fort that's taking an extra turn now because he just bought that tile. Why? What? Insurance in case he loses the city. Interest. That's an interesting thought, It had not occurred to me. I mean, yeah, interesting, interesting. Hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I guess if he does lose this city, then having some tiles that he can be in his own territory and deny Persia the Sentinel bonus is probably quite good. Left our armies meet in the battlefield. All right, well, let's go for it, Persia. I mean, charge in. It's on you, I think. Still kind of in the game. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably a fair reflection. I mean, yeah, Persia's winning. They're on top at the moment, but they haven't won yet, and it's not over. Certainly, we're seeing we're seeing an out of territory fort being built there, which doesn't feel like a great move. Because then, as soon as you lose this unit, that could be the enemy's fort. But I guess it is at least a tactician unit. So this is going to be Persian territory next turn. Though he could be bombarded from sentinel slingers before I imagine that fort gets finished. Persia wants to take that axe out, then I think they pretty much easily can. Hello, Heart of Mithril. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, yeah, it's not looking good for Hazard here. I really hate the fort building with the wrong family workers. I mean, it's an interesting ploy to buy out the tiles, but these forts would have both been one turn quicker if he hadn't swapped it. The riders would have been not annoyed, and all of these units here are the units here are riders. So yeah, he's lost strength there. So yeah, don't love that. Don't love that at all. The 4 damage from a slinger, or 7 if he stands next to it. Yeah, this axe, I would have thought, is surely dead. If it was me, I would absolutely go and kill this axe. And yeah, prevent the forts being built. Oh, mercenary maceman, unbelievable. That's shocking. Well, obviously you went for the mercenary maceman. Presumably that spawned in the capital? Yes, it did. Ugh, that's gonna be hard to deal with. Alright, well, Hazard can see the portal now at least. Yeah, we're going for the axe. 35 orders. We did have got the new ruler, so we've got 57-year-old scholar in charge now. It's probably not the ideal leader for the situation, but not terrible nonetheless. We have no heir, and we're not going to have any kids now at 57. So I guess he's going to have to adopt from an event if he wants to continue his line. Why are you not? Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that the slingers aren't going and killing this axe this turn, because they absolutely definitely could have done. But I guess he has got another turn. He wants to do it with this axe, then just enough damage to the axe so the axe can happily just heal it away again. I guess the Paulson is actually going to be in range next turn. He does 11 damage. He stands on the hill adjacent to the axe, so yeah. No, I mean that axe is dead. He's not, and yeah, he can then. I guess, yeah. I just want to let the fort finish. We could just kill the worker as well and get some more negative opinion on there. Alright, well, he's actually left 6 orders just for workers and all the military moves he wants to do. What else is happening? So we have an anchored Persian barium here, so he has now a route directly from Yazd down to Mafura. We are seeing more forts getting built, and actually correct family worker now, so 1 turn fort here. So I mean that's good news. So if Persia, again, it's every move. I feel like every move Hazard has made has been 1 turn at least too late. This is, if Persia leaves this for another turn for all these ports to come out, that's going to be a nightmare to deal with. But I just don't think they will. I think yeah, I think Persia's going to zoom up with their Pulton cavalry and probably just route their way along this line. And it's going to be horrible. But it will be fun to see, and I guess a good way to conclude the stream. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Step Rider is stepping out. I mean, he's just going to get, again, deleted by the Pulton cavalry and a spear. That's possibly just the start of the route chain there. This is Sentinel Boldus is a Sentinel Boldus cavalry. Not that it's really going to matter, but it has to get out of territory in order to attack. But even so, pretty cool. Yeah, if Persia had colonies, buying some of these tiles might be interesting, just to extend his Sentinel bonus. We've got another Truth Hurts event. 5 long women across, my good lord. The ambitions here are starting to get really difficult for the state of the game. Right, come on, let's see a good route here. Yeah, we're going for it. Love it. Oh, yes. The pain begins. Right, we only need 5 damage. Oh, really? Can get 1 more damage on that axe? Bit unfortunate, but sure. I mean, it's not like you can't get that damage. What's going to happen with this worker now? We still get the route out, and we can just kill the worker easily. Yeah. What? What? You don't just what? About the worker? Yeah. There you go. Alright, he still needs 1 more damage on this guy, but again, he can easily get that. Yeah, devastating. Devastating. Well, here come the horses that you wanted. So, you ordered. Alright, we've still got 10 orders, so we can still take a worker kill yet. Get rid of a little bit more of Hazard's opinion. Can we? I assume we probably can't. This guy. But even so, good. Yeah, that's insane. I was too slow in development. Yeah, again, it's just a little bit too slow, a little bit too late, unfortunately. Didn't think ahead enough for getting these ports down a bit earlier, where it would have been useful. Yes, Hazard probably can kill this Pulton, but that's probably all he can kill now. Yeah, not going to be enough. 5 units dead. 2 workers, admittedly. Axe warrior in a step. But not good. That Persia must be stronger now. Yeah, Persia was stronger. Alright, well, what a fight. What a game. Not over yet, but I think for our purposes it pretty much is over. Don't see a way back into this game for Hazard, frankly. What has he just picked up tech-wise? He's got forestry, yeah, which doesn't immediately do anything for him. He's going to need to get to Landcon if he wants to get a better unit out of it. He did manage to get a fort up on this axe, so that's something. Yeah, he can kill this guy. Yeah, boom, dead. So, oh wow, he's short on orders. He's still got 1 order. Yeah, well, he got there. He got there. Not so bad. I managed to equalise the power scores as well. Alright, and we have a surrender. GG. Yeah, so interesting game, but wow, we had Persia Persia coming in here as well. All right, let's hop into Hangar and see if we can talk to our players, see how they feel about that. Hello, Boldus.
Hello.
Oh, let me turn you down a little bit. You're a little bit loud there. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad to walk away with another victory.
Yes,
Um,
congratulations. It was
I'm
pretty smooth.
oh, we had no Meridians on this. I didn't see them. That's kind of funny, actually.
What's that?
Good game, Mr. Hazard. Was a fun game. I don't know if you can hear me.
You're muted, Hazard, by the way. If But yeah, no, it was a cool game to watch. Interesting to see the Huns getting involved. Saw the Vassalize alliance coming in. Possibly a good time, although it didn't make a huge amount of difference. But I guess it did buy at least another turn.
I mean, I got shook in the beginning with all the hunts coming my way. There were quite a lot. I didn't expect the whole map to be hunts and nothing but hunts. But
Yes, yes. Have you fought the Huns much before? Was that your first introduction to them?
no, I fought them a few times before, and in my opinion, at least not on normal tribe strength. They are not normally an issue because they will only have maybe 2 or 3 sites, and it's actually gonna be fine because they come running for you. You kill them, and then you can go to their sites. But when they have 7 sites or whatever, it's a different story. Um, it's still manageable, but yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, it
And
definitely slowed you down a little bit. Yes, your expansion struggled with having to deal with the incursions, which is fun to see. But yeah, just imagine on raging tribes that would have been a different story, I'm sure. But
yeah, I might not had been so aggressive on with if we had played with a stronger tribe. I very much respect the hunts if they are strong or setting above. So
Hey guys, do I have my voice working now?
yeah,
hello, yes, we
good
can hear you.
game, Mr. Hazard. That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was fun. I
I'll
uh
I'll, I'll
I
talk.
got very narrowly caught in that canyon, and I don't think that's very advantageous for that tribe when you can't really move around. Uh,
I
and
uh, I I was quite intrigued by your strategy. I thought I was way further ahead in the very beginning because I could see how many sites you settled and you seemed to be behind. But then suddenly you were on my pace. That was quite the comeback. And I usually don't build a lot of step riders, maybe one or two more. And you seem to build a lot. That was quite intriguing. Um, so that was fun.
y- yeah, I have this theory that if I can ever get my science up with them, uh, I'd love to just have the cheap upgrade uh, to the to the horse archers. Um, I'm trying to figure out a way to get it to work, but I couldn't get my science up. I was fighting my economy the whole time, and I had a kind of a terrible grand visor that I was messing with for half the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
I also think I was lucky with leader. Your initial leader died quite early
oh,
compared to mine dying 2 turns ago or something. That's definitely impactful,
well,
I'd say.
and I think I went from science to zealot, or
Yeah,
like a scholar or a schemer. I had one or the other. To Zealot. And I never could catch up with my science with that. And I kept trying to, I married a scientist. I hit centralization early. Uh, I was kind of on the path where I was either going to go for the Portugalist or the land consolidation, but I just kept running out of time. I just didn't have the time to put the science in.
I mean,
Fluffy, what did you see?
Yeah, Floppy, what did you see?
Oh, that was directed at me, was it? What did I see? Well, I was quite interested by the Byrene shooting across the bay there and anchoring in towards Hazard territory, even though there was no way of actually launching an invasion because there was nothing behind it. Was that just mind games? Were you trying to intimidate Hazard into thinking, oh, he might invade at any moment?
Absolutely, 100% mind games.
Love it.
I had my scout in the north, so I had pretty good vision of his army in the north. That's one thing I really like about schemas and these close duels. Like vision is quite strong, and I don't know if it worked at all, if it too or distracted, but I thought it was funny. But the plan was, and you could tell I have another Byreme coming in my cleric city. So the plan is to actually do some invasion. But I will admit I thought I was ahead when I ensured I would get the city. So I played quite fast, and if it was a closer game, I don't think I would be this aggressive. I would most likely stay a bit further back because I was almost certain with my scouting, with my intel, that I was ahead in economy, and
So,
then build up, get a few better units, maybe wait for the archers or something like that, and then make a push for it. But I kind of wanted to end the game in this session. That felt right to me, so I pushed for that.
yeah, good for you. I think it's quite funny. You were saying you were quite aggressive, and you were quite aggressive. To be fair, you did push in, but I was constantly thinking, come on, keep pushing, be even more aggressive. You can keep pushing further, and of course it's hard to know how you can get on with the fog. But you had some good scouting, you had some good vision there. You could see that Hazard didn't have any reinforcements immediately behind him. But yeah, you played very steadily. You retreated your units to heal. You didn't throw people away unnecessarily. So it was aggressive but steady, I would call that.
Yeah, yeah, you're definitely right. It wasn't quite as explosive as some of the other games, but I knew Hazard he had the chariots and he had also the step riders, so he had a lot of movement. So even though I didn't have vision, he might have something hidden somewhere. So I was scared of moving too fast and throwing my lead because I was ahead, but it was not. I can also tell by the military graph we were quite close all the way through. So if I had lost maybe 3 or 4 units, I don't think I would have lost the game, but my push would have been defeated. And yeah,
Yeah, that tactician slinger on the forested hill outside of Aornos was absolutely brutal, doing 3 damage to the city, and then the step rider could only do 1 damage in return. Was
yeah,
hard to dislodge.
that was a good one.
I have to ask Hazard, what was the thinking behind swapping the tiles from Begram to Bazira right at the end there?
If I could have put the forts in, the city would have fallen, uh, but I would have still had the forts right up to it in
Yeah,
the other city.
so you were thinking about the possibility of losing Begram but still being able to in the
Having a
area.
fort wall going right up to the city if I had lost that.
Yeah,
That was what I was thinking. And I've never done it before. And I've never even thought of it before.
it was pretty cool. It was a little bit unfortunate that you then got the rider workers to build the forts. If you'd built the forts first, they would have been out, and then you could have swapped the tiles afterwards.
Say that again?
Well, because you switched the tiles from riders to clerics, and then you started building forts with the rider workers. They took an
But
extra
if I
turn.
had a developed tile, could have I bought it?
Sorry, say again.
Because the fort would have developed the tile. And then I don't think
Oh, you're
it would
right.
have been
Of
safe.
course, you can't swap improved trials. Yes, fair enough. Fair play. Fair play.
Yeah. So that was my thinking with it. So it did slow, but it was also like that fort wall would have been pretty helpful to buy, and it was all buying time. I was just trying to get a, that, and like I threw away a lot of units just trying to buy time, and they were step riders, and they don't cost much because my training was so high, and it's in order to chop down woods, but I don't know. I really got thrown by my science leader dying right away because then I feel like I couldn't make the bridges to the next level science technologies, and it just I was doing everything I could to try and find some more science, uh, and dealing with a pretty aggressive slinger army. Uh, so yeah, I felt pulled in a lot of directions.
Yeah, no, it was definitely hard work. Yeah, it was clear that the step riders fell off pretty hard, and yeah, when you had a decent army of them, you could gang up. But I mean, there were a couple of turns where you got a unit down to 1 health, and then it just skipped back and healed, and that must have been incredibly frustrating. It was certainly frustrating to
It,
watch not getting the kill.
it happened several times. And it was just yeah, it was one of many frustrations with that match. I felt like I was having economic problems at the same time I was having order problems and then science problems. Um, so it was hard to deal with any of them. Uh,
One thing that worked in my advantage was that I kind of had a big battle with the Huns, so all my units and promotion was directly countering your army, um, if that makes sense.
right.
All my slingers was steadfast, and I kind of prioritized getting steadfast and horsebane and going for spearmen early, which worked in my favor when we actually had to fight. My army was pretty much prepared for whatever you had at the time. You did get some spearmen or some axemen online eventually, but
It's
And
yeah.
and I mean I I always try and run to steal um, with that nation because you're always going to come up against spears with them. I just couldn't move fast enough science wise to make it like and so I ended up having to build a bunch of warriors, and it cost me and it cost me my resources never were quite established anyway. So yeah, it was a combination. It was a lot of things that didn't go right, and then you played really just your solid game that you tend to always play, slow and steady. Being I think I'm 0-4 against you. So,
Yeah, it was a
but
very good use of promotions, Boldus. You had exactly the right promotions on all your units, and you had a lot of them. I think just looking at the training graph, you didn't have a huge training income, so I'm not sure if you had any trick to affording that. I guess you were doing a lot of fighting, so you were gaining experience and earning promotions that way.
Yeah, I think my battle with the Huns gave me quite a lot of experience, and just not losing units in general also helps a lot,
Yeah.
obviously. And yeah, I was trying to do the calculations, and most of the time my calculations came up with, oh, he's a little off killing my best units, and yeah, I was glad on your behalf when you eventually got one of my spearmen, but that turned out to be I wouldn't say a mistake per se, but the punish or my retaliation was quite harsh. I think I killed 3 or 4 units that turn.
It was
So
costly, certainly, but yeah, definitely needed for morale. And yes, we were definitely getting a cheer on the stream at that point for taking a kill. But yeah, I think it was mainly just timing issues. Though I think there were so many turns where you didn't quite get there. We were just a turn too slow, so it was just a little bit off, unfortunately, and that kind of snowballed a bit.
yeah, you have to have everything timing just right, have it all come together.
Love the trash talk with the insulting the dirty infantry, especially was Persia was busy getting its Pulton cavalry and chariots up at the same time. Nice bit of irony.
yeah, try my best.
we we have a long history of trash talk between Boldus and me. in games.
Nice.
I think you are 4-0 on trash talk, good sir. I think you're winning in the trash talk department.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks both very much for playing. It was a joy to cast it. It was a fun game to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And yeah, we'll call that a stream for today. But until next week, we will see you all later. Cheers, both.
All right. Thank you both.
Yeah. See you. Bye bye.
All right, that's going to do it for now. But thanks everyone for watching. Kitten will be back in the driving seat next week, and yeah, we'll see what he's got in store for us. But until then, ta-ta for now.